friends. Hope you are all doing very well in your personal life and professional life, as I always say. So, today's video, as you know, all about the MCG Boxing Day test match between India and Australia. The test match has started at last after great anticipation and after the Christmas, much awaited Christmas on 25th of December. So, Merry Christmas again, belated. And now let's focus on today's play. And the thing is that today, I think at the end of the day, I can say easily that India took the game to balance. At the moment, it's in very good balance, but all depends on how Indian batters responds to Australian batters' performance today. So today the match started. I think it was quite a crazy start from the Konstas point of view, because you know he's a debutant, and a debutant looks to take care of his wicket normally, but he tried in a different manner. So he was doing that for the first 2 or 3 overs, but then he went berserk. Especially he took care of Bumrah. I mean, this is the first time someone has played Bumrah the way he did at the test level. I can assure you that. So it was very funny to watch, but but again, the way he Konstas played those strokes, especially those scoops and all those audacious kind of strokes that he knows how to play very well. So I think, I mean, he managed it very well on his debut, and it was a very good quick fire 60, which put Australia under clearly in a dominant position. After that, you can say that when he got out, actually after the lunch, India got back into the game. It was a good spell from Akash T and Bumrah. And but again, I think Labuschagne, credit to Labuschagne and Steve Smith, the way they batted. I mean, they consolidated. They went through the hard time. I mean, it was a hard 12 for some 10 to 12 overs for them, especially Labuschagne, because he was not in good form. I had already told you in my previous video that he got a half century so far only in this tour. So looking at that, I would like to say that, I mean, he along with Steve Smith batted brilliantly, quite brilliantly. I mean, the conditions were good for batting. Normally, I have seen this before at the MCG, that even though it looks a bit cloud, but that's the natural normal weather there. That doesn't mean that ball is going to swing too much, or it's going to do a lot of work, and fast bowlers will dominate. Because normally it doesn't work that way. It can swing a little bit, because in this cloudy conditions it does a little bit of work, little bit of swing could be there, but actually conditions are very good for batting, as you can say. But then I mean, they stick to their task. They actually occupied the crease very well, and then they started to capitalizing on it. And one stage when they were 237 for 2, things were looking very difficult for India. I mean, thank God that we had Jasprit Bumrah, who again started a great spell. I mean, Usman Khwaja's wicket, I would say it was total luck. It hit the toe of the bat, and even Lokesh Rahul, who caught the ball at mid wicket, he was also surprised. But I think Khwaja is back to form now, and that's a great news for Australia, not that good news for India, as you know. But then Labuschagne and Steve Smith, they were the big threats, and I thought when they were 237 for 2 that it's going to be a long hard toil, it's going to be a very long day for the Indian bowlers. But then I was hopeful, and I kept on watching the full game till the end, till the stumps, because I was very hopeful about India. I mean, with the Indian bowlers, because they will make a comeback. That's what I thought, and that's what has happened. So, I mean, it was good luck to me and good luck to, I mean, like, we were all lucky to see that India came back into the game. And Labuschagne, actually, there was a break, so his concentration must have been disturbed, and that's why he played that shot. And at mid wicket, he couldn't time the ball properly as well as he would have liked to. So that's why he was caught at mid wicket. Kohli, that was an usual catch for him. It's a very easy one for him. It was full reach, but then easy for someone like Kohli, who had that kind of, I mean, who has that kind of fitness. After that, I believe uh, Stravis head balls. I mean, it was a great delivery for Bumrah. Normally, if you are a left-hander and the bowler is right-hander, actually the angle is always coming in. You can see it comes like this. But then the captain was able to put some doubt on Travis Head's mind by setting different kind of field. So the fine leg was there, third man was there. So he thought that that might be a bouncer, but then he bowled in swinging kind of a delivery, like it was a normally incoming delivery that he was able to bowl. There was a leg slip also, so there was doubt. But I still believe you at the international level when you are playing, you understand those doubts very well. So taking everything into account and taking everything into mind, Travis Head was trying to leave that ball, and it would have been a good leave. But the thing is that there is a bit of uneven bounce in Melbourne's pitch today. That's what I saw, because you see, if you look at Travis Head's dismissal, he thought the ball will bounce, so it will go up the stumps, like over the stumps. So, but that didn't happen. It didn't bounce that much, and it hit the top of the stump. So that's why I believe Travis Head would have been very disappointed by the dismissal. But the thing is that law of average catches you, and he had to fail at some point of time, right? So he failed thanks to India's luck, and then the delivery which took Alex Carey's wicket, again Bumrah, the champion, the great bowler that he is. Actually, it bounced a little too much, so it was a defensive kind of a shot. But he tried to get out of the way, but it did that awkward bounce again, and then this time it took the edge. So that's why Ravi Shastri was mentioning in the post-match analysis that this uneven bounce will trouble the batsman as the game goes on, and especially on fourth or fifth day, if this game goes the distance. So that's why it is very important that first of all tomorrow, when the game resumes, India should bowl Australia out as quickly as possible, because 311 for 6 at the moment, it's totally balanced, and India have done very well actually by the end of the day. But then looking at the fact that Indian batting is not in that much of a great form, I believe it is very important to bowl Australia out within 400 by somehow. I mean, it should not go beyond 400, otherwise India would be in trouble, I believe. Because Kohli is not in form, Yashasvi, same thing, and Rohit Sharma, even though he's going to bat at number 3 according to Abhishek Nair, that's what he said at the press conference, so let's see. But they are not in that much of a form, so it would be difficult if they have to chase something in more than 400, especially in the first innings. And then with the lead, if somehow India concedes a big lead, then Australia will be dominating this game for sure. So that's why first of all bowl Australia out, and then first innings, a good first innings, a solid or a big first innings, that's what India will be looking for. I would like to see India getting at least 500 in the first innings, because that will put us in a very dominant position, going into the fourth day or the fifth day, or say if you are leading by something around 100 or 150, India will not lead, but if you have something kind of a 100-run lead, then India might feel at least safe, because then Australia have to score at least 350 to give India a target of 250, right? So that's what I am thinking about. So that's the thing as of now, and I think the shoulder nudge that happened between Virat Kohli and Konstas, Virat Kohli doesn't need to do things like that, but I believe it was not intentional, because he has changed as a person over the years. He is not aggressive, I mean, not that aggressive nowadays as he used to be some 5 or 6 years ago. That's I can assure you that. But the thing is that it's just sometimes happen, and I believe it's the ego in batsman Virat Kohli that took over at that moment, because Virat Kohli is a conventional batsman, and at that moment Konstas was dominating the Indian bowlers, and so the ego must have wake up inside him that I am a conventional batter. He is batting against my team, my bowlers, and that's the way he is dominating us. So it was like, how can you bat like that? Okay, you are batting like that, but we are also there, we will come back, don't worry. So that's what the attitude was, and then that shoulder nudge, it just happens at times. I don't think it was that intentional, but then again I believe it could be intentional also, maybe possibly. If it was intentional, he was trying to disturb Constas's like you can say concentration, because I don't think he was concentrating that much, because he was kind of playing a different kind of game totally, against the test match tradition. You can clearly see that if you watch the highlights also. But then I think it was a bit of a mental disintegration. That's what is happening nowadays regularly in India versus Australia games. So that's what would have been tried. I think it was a team plan also, maybe, could be. But I believe match fine, and those controversies kind of things will now come, because it's Virat Kohli superstar. Whatever he does, it will be noticed at the international level clearly, and nowadays social media and all those things. So I think he's not in good form. He doesn't need to do those things. I mean, he should really concentrate on his batting. So hopefully India will have a very good first innings and India will end up winning this test match. So let's see how it goes. So as of now, this was all about the video. Hope you like it. If you do, then please like and share and subscribe to my channel for more videos like that. And thank you.